Good morning. I hope you enjoyed the long weekend. Today is Tuesday, May 27th, and this is Wake Up with KERA News. I'm Andrew Garcia. A foggy morning and a small chance for rain greet us following that long holiday weekend, and with the chances for rain, a flood warning remains in effect until 11:30 tonight. Otherwise, it'll be partly cloudy with highs in the 80s. The Cliburn International Piano competition, now underway in Fort Worth, always features a new commissioned work by a leading composer. We'll meet the person who composed this year's piece after today's news. A constitutional amendment to toughen bail rules in Texas has failed an initial Texas House vote. Senate Joint Resolution 87 yesterday received only 93 votes and needed 100 to get on the November ballot. Under the amendment, individuals with any priors or out on bond would be automatically denied bail if they're accused of committing certain felonies. Some lawmakers worry the change would infringe on the rights of those in detention. Lawmakers will get another chance to vote on the proposal today. The Texas House last night gave preliminary approval that could eventually pull books from school libraries. Details from the Texas Newsroom's Blaze Gainey.
Senate Bill 13 gives parents more control over what books their children can access in public school libraries, even allowing them to individually remove a book from their child's access list. The measure also creates advisory councils made up of parents, teachers, and community members to help decide which books should or shouldn't be allowed, a process that could result in a book being removed from that district's public school library system altogether. Representative Jolanda Jones believes that goes too far.
SB 13 gives a hand-picked group of people on a district-wide council the power to cancel culture, censor curiosity, and control what every kid can read.
The bill also takes books being challenged out of circulation so kids can't access it until a decision's made. I'm Blaze Gainey in Austin.
In the first round of the Van Cliburn International Piano Competition, every contestant plays the same piece. It's an original composition, and it's designed to show off the pianist's interpretive and creative skills. This year, like in the past, one of the judges wrote the new work. KERA's Bill Ziebel caught up with the composer.
The new work by Venezuelan-born Gabriela Montero is called Ragtime, a play on words.
It's sort of reminiscent of Rachmaninoff in some ways, but at the same time, it also has a sort of a ragtimey rhythm underneath it all. So then I thought, oh, ragtime, Rachmaninoff, perfect, ragtime.
The piece is short. It takes between 4.5 and 6 minutes to perform. Montero says it started out as an improvisation. She's known for improvising in the classical style at her recitals, but she also built in opportunities for the pianist to be both challenged and creative. And she wanted this to be fun, after so many of her works are dark, influenced by politics of her home country.
I can't write anything that's simple. It's always very complex. What I wanted was to give the opportunity to the candidates to really display their imagination, their musicianship, and also their understanding to then have it in your fingers and allow it to really come to life in this kind of dance element.
27-year-old Chinese-born pianist Shangra Du picked up on that element.
To me, this piece is almost like a dance. We have, the very beginning, we have, this very active, very joyful dance.
Pianist Du focused on that, while others like Aristo Sham, also from China, took the piece a bit faster.
I love the fact that even in this sort of virtuosity, there is still so many emotions to be found within the little inflections and the little voicings.
These different interpretations of the new work, especially convincing ones, That's what Cliburn CEO Jacques Marquis hoped for.
I want to see how the kids commit to something new, because in real life they will be exposed to new repertoire and the engagement should be total. I'm looking at 30 candidates who got really engaged in the piece, and that tells me something about the candidate.
Judges chose 12 semifinalists over the weekend. They'll announce who they thought best interpreted the new piece at the end of the competition June 7th. For KERA News, I'm Bill Ziebel in Dallas.
The Stars take on the Oilers tonight in Edmonton after Sunday night's tough 6-1 loss. They'll look to bounce back after a pretty dismal two-game stretch where they've only scored one goal. And the Rangers continue a series against the Blue Jays today after dropping the first game 2-1. Visit Stella Alisi's exhibition The Soft Parts in its last weeks at Artspace 111. The exhibition explores the subtleties of the letter U shape. Find more info and other fun things to do on our Go See DFW calendar at kera.org/calendar. Thanks so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show is produced and edited by Shardae White and Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter and get good morning vibes from our colleague Catherine Hobbs. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KERATX. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.